Welcome back to the Post Birdie podcast. Recapping this past weekend's results out in South Bend. 2 days worth of tournaments. Played the first day at Blackthorn, second day at Warren at Notre Dame. In the champ flight, Luke Bohm was the only one to come out from Chicago, and he ended up winning, shot 74 to win champ flight at Blackthorn. In the A flight, there was a handful of us there. I finished tied for third. Double bogey on 14 cost me. I played with Rich and Wally. Rich finished T8 and Wally finished in 10th place, showing out for Chicago. In the B flight, Luis Ayala finished second, one shot back. Daniel and Michael finished T4 and T6. Bob Curran made his appearance out there with an 11th place finish. And Michael and George finished T16 and 18th to round out the Chicago participation in B flight. In C flight, Drew played an excellent round, finished one shot back in second place. Chris Bilba in third place, looked like a T third. Adrian, sixth place finish. Gary Gramback finished eighth place. Ed Mallet, who's leading C flight, he finished 10th place. Down in D flight, Michael Taylor, second place finish, one shot back. So we only had one winner out in Blackthorn, but a couple of high finishes in each flight. George Checks finished tied for sixth, and Eversino finished eighth place. In the Warren event, held at home course of Notre Dame, Luke just about made it a daily double, finishing one shot back, solo second place. Bobby in A flight, I played with him. He played excellent most of the day and had a blow up hole in the last hole, ended up in a four-way playoff. So he ended up T2, unfortunately. Dave played well, shot 81. He was T5. I didn't play all that great. I ended up in eighth place, and that rounded out all the Chicago guys in A flight. In B flight, I got to play with Michael also, and he was in it for so long, played so well all day, but finished a couple shots back in second place. He was the only B flighter that made it out. In C flight, Tom shot 88 and finished in second place. Drew, another high finish, sixth place finish. Anthony made it all the way out to South Bend, and he finished seventh. Chris and Ed finish out 9 and 10 for Chicago. And in D flight, Pat Kelly, another good round out of him. He finished second place, followed by Michael Taylor in third. JP finished fourth. Pino finished tie fifth with Chris Walker out of Chicago. And George Checks finished ninth place. So where does that leave us in the overall standings? Well, if you take a look at the champ flight, nobody's catching Luke at this point. Nobody's going to be that close to catch him for a while. Somebody's going to have to play really well for a long period of time to catch him. He's got a big lead in champ flight. However, this weekend is a regional up in Grand Haven, the Midwest regional. I do know Bill Prosecki is going to be there. Even if Bill wins that, he's just going to close the gap. He's not going to overtake the lead. And Briano is also playing, but he's only played 2 rounds on tour so far this year, so he's quite a ways back. And again, he'll just close the gap if he wins. In A flight, Matt Fricali played out on the West Coast and built up some points, played a local on Friday and then a regional Saturday, Sunday out at PGA West. He's now taking a lead in A flight. With my 2 finishes, I jumped Justin, and I'm now into second. Both Justin and I are playing this weekend at Grand Haven. To take over first, I need a solo 9th place finish. There'll be 20 of us in A flight. So solo 9 gets me above Matt. And for Justin, he needs a solo 3rd to take over first place. So it's still possible for somebody to overtake him. Michael, after playing this weekend, has overtaken Brandon in B flight. Lewis played well also, and he moved up into 3rd. Glenn Whalen is out of the country now, but his win earlier this year still leaves him in 4th place. Down in C flight, Ed Malik keeps racking up points. He's still in the lead in C flight. Drew, with his two good finishes this weekend, is closing the gap. Stan Mitchell won earlier this year, and he's not too far away either. Anthony is right behind them in fourth place. Down in D flight, Pat Kelly, another good finish in South Bend, keeps his lead. Michael Taylor is right behind him. Josip not too far away, and Brad is in fourth place in D flight. Looking to who's playing this weekend, talked about Champ flight and A flight. We do have three people in C flight playing. See if I can bring those up real quick. Chris Bilba in C flight, and he will need, let's see, C flight. Chris Bilba is in fifth place right now. To overtake the lead, it looks like he'll need a third place finish. Gary Granback is also playing this weekend. Gary currently in 10th place. He'll need a first place finish to jump Ed Mallet. And the last person out of Chicago, there's only six of us playing, Tom Mesher. Let's see where he sits in the standings. Tom is currently in seventh place. It looks like he'll need a solo second place. So, first, second, or third place from those guys, they'll be able to take over Ed Mallett's spot in first place. That's been the recap from this weekend in South Bend. A little bit of look ahead to Grand Haven and American Dunes. And next week, first major in Chicago. We'll talk about that next week. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching.